Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another anime review. Although this is going to be more of a rant video on the latest episode of Digimon Ghost Game, which isn't episode 25. You might think, oh, it's going to be episode 25, right? Because last week was 24. But no, this is titled Digimon Ghost Game Special, A Strange World as Told by Naoto Takenaka. Hopefully I pronounced his name correctly. That's the narrator of the series, so you may hear at the start of every episode going, Hologram Ghostado, Digimon Ghost Game, which I think he does a great job as the announcer, but I just thought this was weird, seeing the preview for this episode, like a week ago, at the end of the last episode, and they said it's going to be a recap episode. I'm like, okay, they're going to recap the whole series? But no, they recap 2 episodes. They recap the one with Mummymon and the one with Pumpkinmon, episode 2 and episode 4, and what was the strangest thing I've ever seen. I mean, there's always been recap episodes in anime series. I have no problem with that. But this was just fucking weird, man, because you have the IRL actor, the narrator, sitting there, and it was kind of funny, seeing him talk about Pumpkinmon, because he had like a jack-o'-lantern, like a carved-out pumpkin right there looking at him, and then the fucking thing's moving, and he's like, oh, I thought that was kind of funny, but like, why do we need to recap those 2 particular episodes? It's like, okay, fine, do this episode, recap the whole series thus far, but it was just quite strange, recapping those episodes in particular, especially when the series just had a month-and-a-half long hiatus because, Toei got hacked, and that put all their series on hiatus, so, like One Piece and Dragon Quest, The Adventures of Dai, which, you can't really help that the studio was hacked or whatever, but, why even release this episode? It makes no sense to me. And I have like such a love-hate relationship with the series because I do like watching it week to week. I definitely can't recommend this to anybody to binge watch because it's so damn repetitive. But to watch 1 episode a week, I do get a lot of enjoyment out of it, particularly with Kiyoshiro and Jellymon. I had mentioned, as far as the Tamers go, I really don't like Hiro. I think he's kind of lame as the MC. He's kind of like a Gary Stu in a certain sense. I like Gamamon. I think Gamamon is cool. And I'm intrigued to see what happens with Gullus Gamamon. And, I like how he has all the different forms. It reminds me of Adventure Zero 2 when they had the armor digivolving. I thought that was cool. And, Gamamon's nice, but Hiro, he's a Gary Stu. I was going to call him a Mary Sue. But he just pulls it out of his ass, and there's really nothing compelling about his character. I like Kiyoshiro and Jellymon a whole hell of a lot better, just because, Kiyoshiro is sort of like the scaredy cat, and he's kind of a weakling, but at the end of the day, he gets his shit together, and he gets it done, and he saved the day countless times already, and I think the pairing of him and Jellymon is very good, and I like the whole thing they have going on with his hand being all bandaged up, and I'm gonna unseal my hand, what's gonna happen when he eventually does that. And then Rolly and Angormon suck. Like, those 2 are awful. Rolly, she's always the damsel in distress, and Angormon is pathetic. Like, he was the last one to get his Digivolution, or Evolution. Angormon Shinkai! Right? That's evolution in Japanese. I know this from watching the series now. They go, Shinkai! But he fucking sucks. So as far as the Tamers go, Kiyoshiro and Jellymon are the best, and the rest of them, Gamamon's cool, but the rest of them all suck. And, like, this was just so unnecessary. That's why they don't have it numbered, because, why do they title this 25? Which, on the site I watched these on, they have it titled as 25, so I wonder if it's going to be all fucked up in the catalog now. But, yeah, I mean, I was watching this, like, I was laughing at, like, the mannerisms of the guy, of the narrator, like, playing around with the pumpkin there. I thought that was kind of funny. But why the fuck do we need to recap those particular episodes? Who the fuck cares? At least Mummymon, okay, I will say this. Mummymon has appeared in other episodes. In fact, like 2 episodes ago, he appeared with Clockmon. So, he's kind of a reoccurring character, especially Clockmon. He appeared in the first episode. He's probably appeared in like 5 episodes now, so that's cool. But who the fuck cares about Pumpkinmon? The only reason they had that episode was because it released on Halloween. It released on October 31st. So that was a cool thing they did there. But, I don't know, man. This is kind of just a weird rant. I do want to talk about, I have this in a notepad here of the next 4 episodes, which they do this, when I look at the 4chan thread, someone gets not the spoilers, but just like the vague plot synopsis for the next few episodes. And we have Myotismon appearing in the next episode, which is like, fuck, dude. Myotismon was a big bad in, Adventure 1 for sure, and then he returned in Zero 2, but he was like the big bad in the first season, and then they had the Dark Masters, MacGuffin did for like the final bosses. But my Odysee was like a beast, and he's just going to be a one-off character in this one. So we got the next 5 episodes. I'll read you the synopsis. So next week, we got episode 25, Crimson Banquet, Using crimson as its image color, the comprehensive brand Esu View has rapidly gained popularity for its accessories, clothing, sweets, and so on. However, the CEO of this company, a man named, I'm not going to pronounce that, is actually a vampiric Digimon named Vamdemon. That's my Odysee. Esu View was the blood-sucking tower home base of my Odysee with the power of gathering beautiful women influencers to suck their blood and manipulate them through his bats. Roly, invited to Esu View's headquarters as a popular influencer, Roly's a popular influencer, discovers this fact. While Roly evades having her blood sucked, she manages to escape to the roof. Hero and the gang enter the headquarters to save Roly, and they are attacked by my Odysee. So, that'll be cool to see my Odysee again, definitely. But, you know, what's going to be the plot there is going to suck their blood? Holy fuck, dude. So then we got episode 26, Hungry House, May 22nd. One day, Angoramon reunites with Digitamon, who was his best friend in the digital world. Digitamon tells him he lives alone in an empty house. Angoramon immediately brings Roly with him to visit. At first, the conversation is friendly, but Digitamon's behavior gradually turns strange. Meanwhile, Hero and the gang learn of an eerie rumor about the vacant house where Digitamon lives. Alright. Episode 27, The Essence of Beauty, May 29th. While looking up urban legends on the internet, Hero comes upon a post titled Called by Water. It is said that the sound of water dripping is heard, as though beckoning a person, and people who have been called by water several times have disappeared without a trace. This event gradually grows more frequent until Nijima, the caretaker of Hero's dormitory, is called by the water. Hero and Gaomon, who are there when it happens, see Splashmon turn Nijima into a ball of water. They chase after Splashmon, who can freely move through the water supply in order to save Nijima, but... and then it just ends there. And then episode 28, The Face Snatcher, June 5th. Hero and the gang, concerned that their classmate Kotaro Nomura has been holed up in his dorm for several days, go to check on him. They find Kotaro languished in darkness in his room, wearing a mask that covers his face from the nose up. The bottom half beneath that mask was a featureless face. It was Asuramon, a grotesque-looking Digimon who is attacking people and taking their faces. Asuramon wears the faces it steals like a mask in order to taste human emotion. Its evil actions escalate, and its victims grow weaker and weaker. Roly and Kiyoshiro also fall prey. Uh-oh. So I'll show you, I got the Wikimon pages up, I'll show you all the Digimon. We know my Odysee. I just get rid of the webcam. So we know who my Odysee is. Again, ultimate level Digimon, so how the fuck are they going to beat him? Because everyone's a champion. And, you know, he was the big bad in the original series. I think that's a picture of him from the new Adventure 2020, because it looks more polished, but what the hell do I know? Here's Digitamon, who is, fuck, he's perfect too. That's ultimate. God damn, how are they going to beat him? And, yeah, he appeared in the original and 02 as well. Alright. So then we got Splashmon. Ultimate as well, perfect. And he appeared in Cross Wars. And then Asurumon. Another perfect. How the fuck are the Tamers going to beat all these ultimate level Digimon, man? I got no clue. And he appeared in Frontier. So, again, I actually was watching this at 1.5 times speed because I'm like, I don't need to see the recap. Like, I only slowed it down to watch the narrator and the IRL portion of the episode. But I'm like, what the fuck do we need to have this recap for? I can understand recapping the whole series so far, but recapping those particular episodes was fucking stupid in my opinion. It's fucking stupid. I want to see, like, actual, you know, like, let's do some of my Odysee, man. What the fuck? So, I don't know what this video even was. I gotta keep the Digimon content going, though, just because, you know, I reviewed every episode, so I'll keep it going. And like I said, I like the series. I like watching it week to week. But I can't recommend binge watching it. Not at all. So, let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of this retarded episode And stay tuned next week, because I think next week probably will be a good episode, seeing my Odysee again. So, reading that synopsis kind of reminds me of the one with Felismon, when Angoramon finally digivolved into his champion form, when all three of them were battling him, and then Felismon was like, I'm leaving, right? And then he was pretty badass, because he had 666 it carved into his head. He was like the fucking devil Digimon, so now we got the vampire Digimon. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll talk to you later.